Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'd really love to wish you guys a happy new year and I hope you guys had fun during this festive season. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to crochet this very beautiful puff unisex beanie. It is very easy to work up. I think it is a 2-row repeat pattern. I'll teach you guys how to customize this to fit perfectly on your head. Now let's get into materials. So guys, in today's tutorial I'll be making use of a 5-ply milk cotton yarn. This is a medium weight yarn. You can make use of any yarn weight of your choice as long as you get your desired measurement. You would also need a measuring tape, a 5mm hook, darning needle, and stitch marker. So the stitch marker is not compulsory, it's only necessary if you're an absolute beginner. This is going to help make your work easier. So now let's get into the tutorial. To begin, we're going to start by making a slip knot, and this is how to make a slip knot. And once you've done this, you're going to chain the total number of chains that measures up to 12 inches. So guys, I'm done with mine. I did a total of 40 chains and this measures 12 inches. Please make sure that the total number of chains you make is in an even number. So now for row 1, skip the very last chain that you made and go into the next chain with a half double crochet. And once you're done with this, you're going to make 1 half double crochet in each of these chains till you have 6 chains remaining. So I've made my half double crochet in each of the chains till I have 6 chains remaining. Now we're going to work slip stitches into the remaining chains. And to do that, set your hook into the next chain, yarn over and pull, then pull that loop into the first loop on your hook. In total, you should have 6 slip stitches made. Now for row 2, chain up 1 and turn your work. And you're going to skip this chain one you just made and go into the very last slip stitch you made in row 1. And we'll be working on the back loop only. So turn your work like this, and your back loop is the side of this V that is not facing you directly. So I am seated like this. This is my front loop and this is my back loop. So insert your hook into the back loop of your last slip stitch from the previous row and make a slip stitch. So you're going to make 1 slip stitch into the next 5 stitches. Make sure to work in the back loop only. I've made my 6 slip stitches. To make your work easier, you can place your stitch marker into the very last slip stitch that you make on this row. So once you're done with that, skip 1 stitch and go into the next stitch with a single crochet. Now we're going to be working underneath the V on top of each stitch instead of the back loop like we did for here. So skip the next stitch and go into the one after it and make a single crochet. Once you've done that, you're going to yarn over and come back to that stitch that you just skipped, which is this. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. Once you've done this, you're going to repeat that same process 3 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. So you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You should have a total of 9 loops on your hook. So you're going to yarn over and pull through all of the 9 loops you have on your hook. So once you've done this, you're going to repeat the single crochet and puff stitch pattern till you get to the end of the row. So now you're going to skip the stitches that you just walked into and skip the next stitch and go into the next half double crochet stitch here with a single crochet. And we're going to work our puff stitch into the stitch that we just skipped. So yarn over, insert your hook and yarn over, pull through. So once you've done this, repeat it 3 more times. So you have 9 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, pull through the 9 loops you have on your hook. So just repeat this till you get to the end of the row. Now let's do it one more time. You're going to skip the stitch here and go into the next stitch with a single crochet. Then you're going to come back to the stitch you just skipped now and you make your puff stitch. So guys, I've worked till I have 3 stitches remaining and I would like to show you guys how to finish up. I ended with a puff stitch, so I'm just going to skip the next stitch here and go into this stitch with a single crochet. And I'll come back into this stitch and make my puff stitch. So after doing this, I am left with 1 stitch. So I'll go into my last stitch here with a single crochet. And that's it for row 2. So now for row 3. Row 3 is just a repeat of row 1. Chain up 1 and turn your work. So now into the very first stitch here, we're going to make a half double crochet. So from here onwards, you make 1 half double crochet into each of the stitches till you get to where you placed your stitch marker or till you have 6 stitches remaining. And now you're going to remove your stitch marker. And we're going to go back to working on the back loop only. So into the next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop. And you're going to make a slip stitch. So you're going to place one slip stitch into each of the remaining stitches. Now at the end of this, you should have 6 slip stitches made. So I'm done with mine, and this is how beautiful this stitch looks. So you're going to go ahead and repeat rows 2 and 3 till the width of your cap measures up to the circumference of your head measurement. And I'll be leaving a diagram on how to take the circumference of your head measurement on the screen. I found this diagram on Pinterest and I think it's going to be very helpful. I'll also be leaving the standard measurement on the screen in case you don't have a tape or you can't figure out how to take the measurements and you're making this as a gift for someone. So guys, I'm done with mine. I did a total of 33 rows and it measures 22 inches when stretched out a bit. So when not stretched out, it measures 20 inches, and when I stretch it out a bit, it measures 22 inches. It can also stretch out to measure 23 inches. This is perfect for me, so I'm going to end my row repeats here. Now we're going to attach both sides together so that this can turn into a beanie. Now fold your work into 2 like this and make sure that the side that has the foundation chain is on top. So once you've done this, we can start attaching. So you're going to insert your hook into the last foundation chain here on the side. So this is mine. And insert your hook into the loop here, the loop from the last stitch we made for our beanie in the last row. Now pull this loop through the foundation stitch like so, and you're going to chain up one. Now go into the next stitch here, insert your hook, and you're going to go into the next stitch on the other side as well, and you insert your hook into the front loop of the next stitch. So remember that this is the back loop, this one, and this is the front loop. So insert your hook into the front loop, yarn over and pull through, make your slip stitch. Now go into the next stitch again and into the front loop of the next stitch on the other side of the beanie. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and you make a slip stitch. So we're going to repeat this process till we get to the very last stitch on the row. So guys, I've worked till I got to the very last stitch here, and I've completely attached the side of my beanie. Now we're going to attach the top of the beanie. So in order to do that, we'll need to get a very long tail. So just pull this out like this till you have a long tail and you cut. So now you're going to pass your long tail through your darning needle. Once you've done that, we're going to start sewing the top of our beanie. Pass your needle into the top of this ribbon here, the top bone, and you pull and go into the nest. Pass your needle and pull. So you're going to do this around till you get to where you started from. So I've gone round with my darning needle, and this is how it looks like. I have a tiny hole in the needle, so I'm just going to pull to make this tighter, and this is how it looks like. So If you're very particular and you don't want to have any hole on top like this, you're going to go ahead and sew this randomly. So you just hold it like this and sew it randomly to secure. Once you're done, you tie. After tying, hide your loose ends. Now flip your beanie to the front and hide your loose ends. So I've hidden my loose end. Now the beanie is ready to be worn. And we've come to the end of the tutorial. Now, if you've watched this video to this point and you found the video helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you end up making this beanie, I'd love to see pictures of your work. You can send it to me through any of my social media platforms. It is really going to make my day. For now, bye, and see you guys in another tutorial.